Welcome to their Team Solemn Circus live duel. Today on the left side, we have Tearlaments Ishizu, big bad tier 0, versus branded Despia, I guess with the Bestials on the right over here. David, swaying away from Rika. I believe he saw our Despia deck and he wanted to play it as well. I mean, I like brand Despia a lot. It's really fun. It's really good coming post hype on Photon Hypernova, do it with the new Bestial. Just makes the deck absolutely crazy. Being able to pop one card and send it. If you pop a Jewish Worm, just great. On the left side, actually, this is a returning player. He went to play Pokemon for a little bit in the Pokemon season, and now he's back playing Tier 0 Ishizu, learning the deck. I think this was his first actual day can play in the deck, but getting ready to dive in. So you're going to see Branded Despia activate the branded opening in the draw phase here, sending the Albus from hand, plus something out the Aluber. Activating the Aluber effect, searching for the big branded fusion, one of the best fusions in the game. You're going to take a second to think, and they're not going to activate their effect. I think it's a Kelbeck in the hand. You're going to move to main phase here. You're going to activate branded fusion, putting the Tragedy as well as the Albus. We're going for the Lubellion here. Then Lubellion is going to activate its effects, and they're going to be able to chaining the Tragedy. They're sending a Bell as well there. Bell is very good to protect yourself against the Bestials. And then I chain the Kelbeck, bouncing the Lubellion to hand. That's very, very, very good there. That's extremely rough. And there isn't a light in Graveyard, so unfortunately they're not going to be able to do anything about that. Try's going to search for a Aluber here. They're going to be able to make a fusion monster. They cannot use itself, obviously, but they're going to be able to use either a Aluber, an Albaz, and they can go for another Dark for, I guess they can go for another Lubellion that won't really do much. They could also go for a Despia monster. So we're going to see with the Tragedy here. Just making sure the ruling on the Kelbeck there. Understandable. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe in the video. It helps out the channel a lot. We are trying to get to 2K. You're going to see the Masquerade being summoned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And then we're also going to see the TTT is going to be revealed there. We're going to see a Scream, Druid Worm. That's not Druid Worm, that's Serenir. Call of the Grave, and a Gito being there. So some options here. Agito will let them normal summon and then make a rank 4. Called by is not going to do very much. Scream's doing nothing. They're going to shuffle back the Sorenir here. Maybe that means we're going to see a branded in red play. Looks like they drew for pass and just drew for turn. That's interesting. We see a we're getting life points out. We see it looks like they drew a Diviner here, so they could normal summon the Diviner, go for the effect, sending either the Kelbeck or the Agito. I don't know if they play Baron still, but they could still do that. They're gonna play the Scream here, maybe trying to bluff that they have a tier monster in the hand. And it looks like we're going to commit to that Agito there. Or we're thinking about it at least. And this is a new branded, this is a new Tearlaments Ishizu player, so we cannot give him a hard time. Also one of our buddies. Looking if we can just see the extra deck there. I don't think I see a Synchro. But we do see looks like he's looking at the XYZs. We're going to go for the normal. Oh, he drew a Havness. Okay. Not a Herald there. So he's going to normal summon the Dweller. Or not Dweller. He's going to normal summon the Havness, activate the Scream effect. We're going to see a Shiren, Mudora, and a Kelbeck there. Shufflers, great. He's going to have to activate the, he's paying life points for the Masquerade there, but he's going to activate the Kelbeck. We're going to see Ash. I believe that's Albaz, Bell, Red, and Opening. And we're going to see a Field Spell, a Gito. I think that's a Havness, and then Institution. Or shuffle back something like that. Kikalos with the effects that are in there. And we're going to activate the Agito. This is a question here. It looks like we're not, and Kit's just going to be able to search. I mean, I feel like you just go Kit and then go with the Shiren that was in Graveyard. I didn't quite see what he added there, but that's all right. Looks like he's going to activate the effect. He's going to get belled. Is that what I saw there? Not too sure. I think that, yeah, he is getting belled. We're going to chain the Call by the Grave, pay another 600 to negate and banish that bell. So it'll resolve, triggering itself, something with the Merly that they added to hand off of it. Then we're going to be able to mill 8 cards here. Very, very good. Interesting that they chose to not banish that Call by the Grave over the Jerusalem. Or I guess the Sarnier. We see a whole lot of tiers. There's 2 Medoras being hit, a Crime, a Shiren, a Halfness, a Rhino, a Keldo, and another Shiren. You see Halfness effect activate. We're going to make a Kaleido Heart here. We're going to shuffle back the Masquerade after taking some life points. I think we activated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 card effects, I believe. 8 potentially with that Call by the Grave. So taking some hefty life points there, which is very, very good. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Here I see we're going to go for the Dark effects I'm able to take. Imagine if they were still playing the Albaz fusion, stuff like that. There's something with the Albaz there. You're going to be linking all 4 away for an Axis Kotaker. Next, those effects going to target the Dark. And that's just simply going to be game, I believe. Axis Kotaker effects going to activate, banishing the Dark to pop the Aluber. That's going to attack for 43, and then the Kaleido is going to be 3,000. So I guess it's not game. We still have like 2,000 life points left, approximately. And here we're going to activate the Medora to shuffle some cards back. Maybe trying to make sure that their top deck is significantly worse. Putting back the Branded Opening, the Albaz. I mean, if I saw 2 Albazes in grave, I'd probably leave them there. It makes their Branded Fusion, unless they're playing 3 Albaz, that it is quite a possibility. They do have the Aluber in hand. And typically, top deck, is that a Forever Patchwork? We're kind of a spin back during our opponent's turn as well, so we're going to normal summon the Aluber, and Scream effects can activate as well. And then we're going to be chaining a Medora here. Shuffling back some of those tier monsters, trying to make sure that they have more chance of hitting. They were low, I guess not low, but smaller on tier. We're going to see a Shiren and a Magnemite as well as a Sornier being hit there. And then you see that Aluber is going to add the Branded Fusion. Now we're going to make a, I don't think we can make a Predaplant. But we can potentially make the... No, we don't have Kit in Graveyard either. Oh, we do have Kit in Graveyard. So we can make the Rucolos here, which will negate the Branded Fusion. And yeah, that's going to be unfortunately game, I think. I don't believe that they have any way to respond to this to stop it. I mean, Rucolos is pretty crazy when you're looking at Branded Fusion there. But is a Brandon player going to give up? I don't think so. Then we're going to see the Kaleido Heart activates effect, shuffling back the Aluber. 2 cards in hand, one of them is Branded Fusion. Activating the Branded Fusion, and then Rucolos is going to be negating that by sending it. And Patchwork isn't going to do very much. And that's going to go to game 2 here. Realizing they do not have enough stuff. And yeah. It's unfortunate that a lot of the decks are playing the Bestial stuff. We don't actually have that many Ishizu tiers at our locals. A lot of it, like we had some at the start. We had like 9 decks floating around. But a lot of players started picking up like anti-tier decks. It just got a lot more fun. Then we saw like slowly amount of people like not play it anymore. A few people are playing Sword Soul actually right now. I guess that's thanks to Pack for making people want to play the deck. But D-Shifter is huge around our side of locals. So we're potentially going to see Albaz player play it. I think they can 100% play it. Branded Fusion doesn't need to go to Graveyard. Tragedy still activates and banished. Yeah, I mean, I can see them being able to play that card. Looks like we're going to see some Super Polys being sided in for the tier player there. That's one way to get rid of Mirror Jade, I guess. I really do like the Bell tech in the branded deck, though. It's fun and kind of fresh, so I like cards that do defensive as well as offensive cards. Personally, they're my favorite kind of cards. And it looks like, did they see a call by the grave? That's an at least one Albaz in hand there. I see a call by the grave. Activated Branded Fusion. That's pretty great. Are we going to see an Ash? We're going to send the Albaz from hand. That does indicate that they have played 2 only. And they probably have the second one in hand. And why would you go Necro? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I think the Necro Banshee here. Going for that Zombie World play. Something that Lubellion effect's going to activate. They're going to discard the second Albaz. They're going to chain the Kelbeck. No, not again. That's hard. And here we can feel the struggle of the branded player. But are they going to be able to make anything this time? I mean, yeah, they're going to chain the effect of Necroworld Banshee. Putting out the Zombie World on the field. That way they're not stopped, because they have to, if they're able to make the fusion summon, they have to make the fusion. So being able to chain the Necroworld Banshee there will prevent them from having to forcefully shuffle that back into the deck with the Albaz there. But I think they can use Albaz and Albaz to make the Lubellion, I believe. So unless they only play one Lubellion, then yeah, you cannot do that. Maybe hoping that Zombie World is enough on the field to stop them from shuffling back. Like I really don't think it hurts tier that much. I mean, it definitely hurts. That you can still make Kit. You can still make the Predator Plant. I think it hits. Definitely hits Kaleido Heart. Other than that, not very much. We're going to see the Shrine Activate effect, pitching the Agito, and then we're going to be able to activate both of the effects, Chain Link 1 and Chain Link 2, milling 3 cards from the Shrine, And that's a Rhino Heart, I believe. Yeah, Rhino Heart, Lightning Storm, and then the Drew Swarm. Reading over the Rhino Heart, it's very important to read your cards. So, cannot say anything about that. And no Agido effect is very interesting. They're going to activate the effect, and they're going to chain it. Okay, that makes sense. Then we're going to see a planet being activated here. We want to search for any of the ones of their choice. They're going to go for that Rhino Heart because they have not normal summoned. Normal summon the Rhino Heart, activating the effect. They have a few options they can send. They could send... It has to send, I believe. I feel like you'd send the Havness there. Sending the Havness. And then have this effect's going to be able to activate it. Unless they have any interruptions here. I mean, they just have a zombie rolled and one card in hand. And they're going to have to use the... Why would you use the Merly in your hand? You have a Sharon on the field. Interesting here. Then we're going to see the Kakalos effect adding the Merly right back. Then we're going to see the Kalos effect sending itself to summon out the Merly here. And then they're going to be able to mill 8 cards. And we're going to see a Rhino Heart, Havness, a Merly, and I think that's another Havness, as well as Super Poly being hit. So I think that now we're going to have to use all their tier monster effects. Merly's going to shuffle back, probably itself and the... looking like they're reading the Rukulos there. They can go for Garua. They're both zombie types, so... The Havness and the Merly to go for the Garua there. And will this just be enough for game? Okay, I think that if they switch that Kelbeck, or overlaid the Kelbeck and the Sharon, or something, I mean, Garula there is attacking for 4,000, I believe. Or they could always go for the access code and go for game as well if they'd like. I mean, it is at 4,000, so if you link like away 2 of the darks to go for, grab that Albaz and link it away for the access code. Access code is going to target 43, and that's just going to be game in itself. We're going to see a dark there. I think that's maybe what they're seeing as well. Summoning the Albaz back. They're going to be able to link 2 of those monsters away. Just absolutely crazy. Going for that access code, and then access code is going to target the dark, and then it's going to be game right there. So they were playing the 3 Albaz, but they unfortunately drew all 3. It's very, very rough. And, being able to hit that Kelbeck was kind of crazy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. We have more content coming soon. And, yeah, enjoy.